Am I the a-hole for asking my brother-in-law to contribute to his daughter's special needs school tuition if we help pay? I 34F and husband 39M. My husband's niece 11F was recently diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Her mother, F41, is exploring private schools as an option for our niece, and she asked my husband for help covering the tuition. My husband had impulsively offered to help pay for private school 2 years ago when we heard that our niece was having debilitating meltdowns in school. At the time, his sister did not have a need for it yet because our niece was still in elementary school. My sister-in-law is the breadwinner in the family. When she married her husband, she was in her early 30s and had never found a full-time job. They had our niece about a year after the wedding. Her husband, 46M, my brother-in-law, worked as a financial analyst for his dad's friend's firm at the time of their marriage. He was laid off when my niece was about a year old. This was his only job, and he has failed to get another job since. He struggled with depression, and each time he started the job search, he would get discouraged rejections. His family is fairly wealthy, so his parents have supported them throughout the years by helping them with 2 down payments. My sister-in-law got a temp job 6 years ago. They have since had a second kid. It's enough to keep food on the table for the family of 4, and both sets of grandparents gift them with the yearly vacation. Now that our niece is entering middle school next year, my husband's sister is asking him for help. I am not okay with covering tuition entirely while her husband continues to not work. We love our niece and ache to see her struggle like this. My husband didn't consult with me first when he initially made the offer, and he apologized later that night and said that he should have asked me. I am supportive of helping, and his big heart and generosity is one of many reasons why I fell in love with him in the first place. We're both in high-paying jobs and don't have kids yet, but we will likely need the help of IVF in the future. We can afford to help our niece and pay for IVF, but it will come with sacrifices on our part. My husband also works 18-hour days, and it pains me to see him pull all-nighters every other week, knowing that the brother-in-law sends the kids to after-school daycare and doesn't seem to do much at home to help my husband's sister. What's a fair way to manage these feelings of resentment while making sure that our niece doesn't get the short shrift because of her father's issues? Would I be an asshole if I asked my husband to require that they contribute a significant half, a bit less than half, of the tuition?
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole, so he hasn't worked in 10 years. Is he basically a stay-at-home parent? Managing the household, childcare, housework? If so, that's a slightly different situation. But I'm guessing that's not the case. He should ask his wealthy family for help as well. And I don't think it's unreasonable to expect the parents of the child to do everything they can before turning with their hand out to family.
So the dad doesn't work, but they pay for after-school daycare? And they can't afford her schooling? Seems like they need to make some lifestyle adjustments before putting their hands out for money.